my corn pop up in rows.
Hey guys, I'm up underneath my truck. It's a 2003 Chevy 2500 HG. This here is the spare tire carrier. You have two little bars that stick out here and grab onto the little rim, the hole on the rim, and that pulls your spare tire up through this winch. Basically, there's a cable on that, and you got a pipe that goes out through there, out to your bumper. Stick your little jack and wrench in there. You twist it around, loosens this, and sets the tire down on the ground. Where you can take this little assembly and turn it sideways, pull it down a little bit from the tire, twist it sideways, and then pull up. Then you got the tire free, so you can change your tire if you got a flat. But a lot of times nobody uses these. These get seized up and rusty, and the cables break. This is really rusty. These metal things broke off. So what you're going to need, this is a really simple thing. You need a 15mm socket for this with a preferably a 3/8 drive wrench. I got one. And you're probably going to want an extension, but if you don't have an extension, you can do without it. And here I'm loosening up. I already broke it loose. I'm just undoing it. There's just one bolt that holds it on. There we go. It's loose. I'll probably take it off with our fingers. So now that bolt's out and it's just swinging. Pull up like that towards the front of your truck, and then you pull the whole thing back. There you go. Now the spare tire assembly's off, and that's what you're left with. So this is the part I got from the junkyard. It comes with that pipe I was missing. That's their pipe, and it has a little pin that goes in it. You can see the little pinhole. I got this off a 2500 HD van. I don't know what year, but it's definitely this body style. See, you got this little wedge. It goes up inside the tires, the wheels hole, and you can pull that down, twist it sideways, and it pops out of the hole. That's the assembly right there. It has a cable and a winch. You turn the winch and it lets the cable go down. The cable goes down so the tire's on the ground, like this. The tire's on the ground. You let it down some more, and then this goes past where the tire's on the ground. You pull this down, twist it, and pull up. And then you take your tire on, this is just hanging, and you wind it back up. Or put your old tire back up there. Mine broke while I was going down the highway. So it just goes on like that. See? It's big enough where it can hold the tire up, but it's also small enough where it can go through the hole. That's it. Now let's go put the... since this is used, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to unwind all the cable. Put this in my bench vise. Unwind the cable. Grease it with some of this grease, so it doesn't rot, have problems again. I'm going to grease as much of it as I can. I got it all stretched out. It's quite long. For those lifted trucks. So what I did is I took it out to about here where had this screwdriver in the little pinhole. So you can go around with it. You need some leverage. I went around with it until I got up to about here with it. I can hold it and twist it, and then I took a ratchet strap and a bungee the bungee keeps constant pressure on the wire, and then the ratchet strap just gets me to a hooking point on this suburban frame. We're swapping the engine out of this to our dually pickup truck. It's a big block, 98 big block, 454. So that's all said and done. Take your grease. I got a nice little brush here. And be generous. Grease means anti-rust, basically. No rust. If you want rust, forget it. Don't use grease. Just, if you want rust, you can put salt on it. There you go. That's a good idea. But who wants rust? Brush it on. The whole wire. And you wind it back up. And the bungee keeps constant pressure, so it doesn't make a mess inside the casing when you wind it up. It's all greased up now. And we'll just wind it back up. Righty's tighty, lefty loosey. That's wound up good enough now, because I still have to let it back down when I'm done. Put the tire on it and wind it back up. So you can see that I had to take a few pauses between my windings, because the bungee cord's not long enough for the length of the cable. So I loosened up the ratchet strap, relieving the stress on the bungee cord so I can do it again. So I had to do that about 3 or 4 times. It's in the video, you can count them. And now scrape this rust off scrape the rust off the bottom of the truck, and probably should wear safety glasses for that. I'm wearing safety glasses now. Yep, we'll put that underneath the truck. You don't even need to jack your truck up. It's really easy to get at. You do need a creeper, but you don't need much. You need a screwdriver, you need a cotter pin, you need grease, a brush, and a 15mm socket, and a tire to put on it. And then the replacement, it's very short. You don't need much at all. And it's about a 5-10 minute fix. If you buy a brand new one, you don't have to pay much. You probably have to pay quite a bit, but you don't have to grease the cable if you don't want to. It's not necessary. This is really old, probably 12 years old, original to the vehicle, 12, 13 years old. I've probably paid $5-10 bucks for that. Let's go check. But at the junkyard, there might be a core. Not exactly sure. But I got a new seat cover too. Put that in. I got a new toolbox for Christmas. So one of these pouches. And my receipt for the junkyard. Now here's the receipt. And then molding spare tire carrier is $16 with a $1.82 core, so it's $18.18. And I just took off that piece of metal, so I guess it's not scrap, so I can save $1.82 next time I go to the junkyard. That's about a console. That was $10.91 with a $1.82 core. That is this. You guys, Chevy guys, seen one of these? They're for extended cab or crew cab. I'm putting one in a regular cab. It barely fits in there. I got to take my dome light out. Maybe I'll put it back farther, but I'm gonna try squeezing it in there. And then this one, I almost paid 200 bucks. for all the stuff I bought the previous day. Here I got 3 aluminum rims with at $20.91 each. I got 3 of them with I had brought in 2 of my own aluminum rims, and so I only had to pay 1 core for 11. But this is return. This is when I actually bought them. It's a refund receipt. This is not sales receipt. So I guess I paid $124 altogether. The original receipt they took. Rear view mirror core, speaker molding. I got 5 Bose speakers though. 5 Bose. I got one on the door panel over there right now. I got another one for over here. One to go by the ears, and then I got a subwoofer that's gonna go in behind this middle seat. I gotta wire that in. This truck was never meant for that. This was in the SUV. I got GMC Yukon. So this is now my favorite place. Yeah, let's go get a cotter pin and put that on. Alright, here we are back under the truck, and I didn't realize you're also going to need a pair of pliers for your cotter pin. So I'm going to take, you don't even need a hammer, I'll just take this rod, you can get with it. It's all going in my face. Good thing I'm wearing safety glasses, and I'll go take a shower when I'm all done. And now I can take spare tire assembly and take that forked edge, just like we took it off. Slip it in there, and of course this is not the same spare tire holder. Well, guess who's going back to the junkyard? Came out of a van. You want to actually get one out of a truck, which is going to be very difficult because they're all going to be rusty and in the same condition mine is in. Of course it doesn't fit. I guess you're going to stay tuned for part 2. Take this back, and I'll also take the part I already took out, so then I have a core with me. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.
Nowhere. They've never drove through Indiana. Met the man who plowed that earth, planted that seed, busted his ass for you and me. You're called a harvest moon in Kansas. They'd understand why God made those fly over.